Wow, there is all this real estate market info at your fingertips. That's great, but do you really know what it means? Attrition rate, inventory, average sales, discounts. Oh my God, what does it all mean? More importantly, how does it affect you? I'm going to break all that data down for you and explain how it affects you as a buyer or seller. Okay? Hi there, it's me, Stefan Burchard, the Desert Bowtie Realtor here in the Greater Palm Springs region. I record and post content here about the local market and the desert lifestyle because I love what I do and I believe that real estate should be fun and easy. So you're here for the market update, but you aren't quite sure how this data affects you. That's cool! I'm going to decode it for you, so let's get going. Median prices. For the Valley, the current median price is $685,000 for homes, which is 1.5% above last year, and condos jumped $20,000 to $480,000, which is 2% above last year. Now these numbers are for the entire valley. You can find breakdowns of the same stats for each city on the chart that I send out every month. This information is important since it gives you an idea where current prices are trending and which direction they're going. Buyers and sellers can get a rough idea on the prices for the valley or a particular city, while the percent change gives you an idea of how prices are moving and it shows trends. This is a rough idea. I like to stay on top of this information monthly, so it's easy for me to do. I love data. Months of supply. The Valley month of supply currently stands at 3.1 months, which is down slightly from last month and our pre-pandemic averages for this time of year. Why is this important? Well, if no new homes are added to the market for sale, then we only have 3.1 months worth of inventory to sell at the current sales tempo. This is also known as the attrition rate. It is one measure to show how quick homes are selling. The higher the demand, the lower these numbers will be depending on the inventory levels. I'll get to inventory later, I promise. The days on market. This is the average time on market for a property valley-wide. This number can also be higher or lower in any particular city or subdivision. Currently, our average days on market is 48 days, which is the same from last month, but up 27 days from a year ago. We're seeing it slowly creep back up, but it's still below our pre-pandemic averages of 65 days. Sellers get an idea how long it may take to sell a home. Each city is broken down in the full report. Buyers can get an idea of how long homes may be on the market on average. If a home has been on the market longer than this, the seller may be willing to negotiate, believe it or not. Currently, there are a lot of motivated sellers negotiating since home sales are a bit slower than a year ago. Man, this is a lot of information. Inventory is the actual number of properties that are available for sale in our market. Our current inventory stands at 1,876 units, which is down 100 from last month, but 1,017 more units than a year ago. This number means nothing without noticing the trends. Over time, you can see how the inventory number has been decreasing steadily since 2017. This shows an increase in demand and the resulting market activity. Now, notice before 2020 our seasonal ups and downs that are normal to our market. Notice what happened after March 2020. You can see the result on our inventory due to the COVID rush, as I call it, and the super high demand. April of last year, we had only 859 properties for sale. Ouch! Now, with the current numbers, we're seeing some balance return to our market. Next, we have sales volume, also known as average unit sales. This is the actual unit sales activity that happens from month to month. For the Greater Palm Springs region, this is broken down into two graphs because of our seasonality. We have a 3-month average and we have a 12-month average. We break this down because the seasonality affects our sales activity and it gives us a better picture of what's going on. For the 3-month average, we currently have a combined total of 665 homes sold. Before the pandemic, April sales averaged 800 to 900 units per month. Now, notice how the graph jumps up and down as it follows our seasonal pattern. Pre-COVID, you can see how it followed a regular seasonal pattern. During the COVID rush, it shot up to over 1,000 units per month and got as high as 1,300 units. Compare this to our current averages of 665 units. The 12-month average removes this seasonality and shows how homes are selling year over year. Notice there are no seasonal ups and downs on this graph. However, do notice how it shot up during COVID and now is slowly getting back down to what we would consider normal activity. There was relative stability in the 3 years prior to COVID on this graph. We can see how this is slowly returning to what it was similar. There was some relative stability in the 3 years prior to COVID on this graph. Now we can see it is slowly returning to what it previously was. These numbers show buyers and sellers how many homes are selling desert-wide and indicates demand. We are down about approximately 25% from our pre-pandemic averages. Currently, we are at 601 units per month. High sales and low inventory push prices higher, low demand and increased inventory, selling over list price. This shows how many homes are selling above list price. This graph shows demand. However, more importantly, the level of competition. Last year, more than 50% of homes were selling above list price. Whoa! Currently, we're down to 15.2%. That's slightly above last month, so it shows we are seeing more activity and we are seeing homes selling close to list price. I believe if a home is priced well, it sells at list price or over. Pricing is really important and a major key to creating strong interest in properties. Well, I hope you understand this information and this data soup a little bit more, but more importantly, how it affects you as a buyer or seller. So now you can make more informed decisions with confidence. My summary? Well, our inventory is still down by over 1,000 units from pre-pandemic levels. However, other figures are starting to look a little bit better. The low unit sales are a return to pre-pandemic seasonal patterns, coupled with those pesky higher interest rates and, of course, inflation. The low inventory is now coupled with the seasonal contraction of our inventory as we head into summer. I and several of my colleagues are starting to see an uptick in sales and market activity. I've spoken with lenders and inspectors who also state the business is on the rise. These are all lagging indicators pointing to the market coming off the cooling and leveling from the high interest rates and inflation. We are starting to see some easing on both of these fronts. Please like, comment, and share this video with a friend or family member. Thank you. And now, check out my video about how I got into real estate. Bye! Averages for this time. Valley month, still seeing homes sell